What is going on, y'all? It is the Caveman back at it again with another video, and I'm cutting straight to the chase with this one, alright? Excuse my language right off the bat, I'm about to blow up. I just cannot give a single shit about anything right now. I just don't. Why should I give a shit if the National Hockey League isn't going to give a shit? I'm cutting straight to the chase. Mods, applesauce, you guys know the drill around here. Anyway, what the hell is the National Hockey League doing? What happened yesterday is exactly why the NHL is 14,000 years behind every other professional major league sport. That's the exact reason why they can't do anything right. Like, no wonder why the NFL and the NBA, even golf, they're all getting these awesome ratings. The MMA, all of the boxing fights, everything else gets so much more coverage, gets so much more attention because they know how to market, they know how to advertise, they know how to run events correctly. The NHL, they're 15 years behind. The amazing sport of hockey is overshadowed by the unadulterated ineptitude of the National Hockey League. It is so embarrassing. It's so frustrating. They just don't do anything right, and they just don't seem to give a shit. Like, I completely planned on making a video today talking about what the Kraken's team looked like after it was drafted, who got taken from what team. I was just planning on talking about the draft itself, but I just can't because the draft happened at apparently 11 a.m. yesterday instead of at 8 p.m. last night. I don't know what they were thinking. They had the draft at 8 p.m., right? They were supposed to do the big reveal for the Seattle Kraken roster at 8 p.m. on Wednesday night. But instead, the entire roster got leaked by every single national insider on Twitter before the freaking draft. At like 10, 11, and 12 in the morning, all of the freaking roster was released already. Like, what is the deal with that? I just love hockey way too much to watch it be represented by a group of freaking clowns that just don't care and don't have a lick of intelligence in their freaking brains. The opportunity that the NHL had to market, to advertise, to grow through the expansion draft, it was building up its own suspense. The narratives, the storylines were all writing themselves. And the NHL, the national insiders, they just threw it in the dumpster. They just didn't even care. As soon as they got the news to their phones about who they were going to draft, they didn't even care. They just released it as soon as they got the news. 8 hours in advance before the draft even happened. Who in the hell is going to watch the draft when we already know the reveal? We already know what the roster was going to look like. I was genuinely excited to watch that draft. I was ready to watch that draft. I was looking forward to it, to seeing what happened with Carey Price, Gabriel Landeskog, if these guys were going to get taken, Vladimir Tarasenko. There were so many different guys, so many different narratives and storylines that were being built up into this Wednesday night expansion draft, and they just decided to just throw it all out the window. I was so upset. When I looked at my phone and I saw that tweet from Pierre LeBrun or whoever it was that tweeted out that Carey Price is not getting selected at like noon yesterday, I was livid. Like, I was pissed off. Every single hockey fan was looking forward to sitting on their couch Wednesday night, seeing who their favorite team was going to lose, seeing what the Seattle Kraken were going to come out with, and it got ruined. I don't know what else to say. It just got completely ruined. They threw it all out the window. They ruined it. It was just a complete shit show of what should have happened yesterday. I don't even know how they screwed that up. How did they manage to ruin such a fantastic event? I want the NHL to answer this question for me, because who in God's name gives a shit about sitting down on their couch at 8 p.m. to watch the draft when they already know what the team is looking like? Why should anybody give a shit? It was literally completely ruined. Why should I give a shit to sit down and watch that draft once I already knew it? Once I already saw the entire damn thing on Twitter 56 times over because every single national media outlet decided to comment on who got taken from what team. Why should I give a shit to sit down and watch it? Why should the reveal even be a reveal anymore? They should have just canceled the entire expansion draft. They should have just taken it off the television completely. I was very interested to see who the Sabres were going to lose, because we actually didn't know if we were going to lose Will Borgen or maybe Zemgus Girgensons. Maybe they were going to take somebody else. Maybe Dustin Tokarski. His name got tossed in there a couple of times. I was actually really looking forward to seeing who we were going to lose. But I look at my phone at 2:30 p.m. Wednesday and, oh, look, it's Will Borgen that we lost. And then I knew 2 hours earlier that Carey Price was gone. And then I knew an hour earlier that Landeskog wasn't getting taken. It's like, why? Why did they have to do this? And it doesn't even, I don't even think they give a shit. That's the worst part about it. The sport of hockey, it's just run by people that just simply don't care. I'm just getting completely sick of it. They can't do jack shit right. This was one of the biggest events that they were going to have in the last few years. I mean, the expansion draft isn't something that happens all that often. You can't just replicate this year after year. And it was such a big opportunity to grow the game, to have a big event, to have a lot of fans tune in, and I don't know how else to put it, man. They just don't care, or they're that fucking stupid. Like I said at the beginning, it's no wonder why the NHL is falling behind all these other professional sports. It's no wonder why everyone else wants to watch, boxing or the MMA or golf or football or basketball. It's no wonder that people want to watch all of those other things, because the NHL is running the sport of hockey and they can't do jack shit right. They don't care to get jack shit right. It's a complete mess. It's truly a disgrace to hockey. It honestly is. There's no other way around it. Maybe next week I'll give enough of a shit to actually talk about what happened in the expansion draft. But right now, if the NHL doesn't care, why in God's name should I give a flying shit? So I'm not going to talk about the actual expansion draft. I'm just giving you my thoughts on how big of a freaking fuck up the NHL is. Other than that, the NHL draft, the actual draft, is right around the corner as well. Maybe they'll find a way to screw that up. Who the hell knows what they're going to do next? But there still is a ton of offseason remaining. There's still a lot that needs to happen, especially for us Sabres fans. There's a lot of different decisions that still need to be made. This NHL draft coming up is a big one for us. So I am looking forward to it. I really hope that doesn't get botched by the NHL as well. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'm just so fed up with the way that the NHL runs shit. It's just so freaking pathetic. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Let me know any thoughts you have down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope you did, please like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. If you want to hit the bell to be notified when I upload, I'd appreciate that. If you want to go over to Twitter, follow me over there, I would appreciate that as well. I'm a part of the Built-in Buffalo content creation team. If you want to go and follow and subscribe to us and any social medias that you might have, you can go and do so. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.